Then you are an employee.
For example, our friend Aaron works at the Net Cafe. He's paid to work at the Net Cafe. He's an employee of the Net Cafe.
And Amber is paid to work at the Stop and Shop. So she's an employee of the Stop and Shop.
Well, Mia has an employee named Jeremy who doesn't do a good job. He waits until the last minute to do things, and sometimes he doesn't even do them. And then he says Mia never told him about them, or he blames someone else.
You know, he really doesn't sound like a good employee.
And Mia hopes that she won't have to fire him. Hey, that sounds like the answer to today's mission. What doesn't Mia want to do to Jeremy?
What doesn't Mia want to do to Jeremy? She doesn't want to fire him.
Right, I hope she doesn't have to fire him either. All right, we have a calendar phrase in this conversation. I hope so.
I hope so.
All right, friends, that's all for us. Let's learn some more from our good friend Thomas.
I'm glad I only have one more performance review to do.
Will you do it tomorrow?
No, I'll do it right now. Here's your performance review.
Mine? I have talent in cooking. Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
And what's this? I watch too much TV. And I don't put away my clothes. I snore.
But don't worry, honey. I'll never fire you.
What? Mia gave Jeff a performance review? Now this is interesting. So what did Jeff's performance review say?
Well, it said he has talent in cooking.
Yes, talent in cooking. Well, what else?
Well, it also said he watches too much TV, and he doesn't put his clothes away, and he snores.
But don't worry, Jeff. Mia won't fire you. Now let's look at a word from the beginning of the performance review. Mia tells Jeff he has talent in cooking.
And talent is our key word.
Talent. Talent. A talent is something you are good at.
Right. Now, you can have many different kinds of talents. You can have talent in music, or in sports, or in art. All different kinds of talents. So, what are your talents?
Well, Campbell has talent for singing. He sings really well.
Thanks, Andrea. You know, I also have another talent. I can sleep really well.
Campbell, I'm not sure if sleeping is a talent.
Sure it is. Here, let me show you.
Campbell? Campbell, I think that you have talent in snoring. Campbell, I'm going to have to write this in Campbell's performance review.
What? What? Performance review?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Sleeping on-
Andrea, I am the boss. There is no performance review for me.
Okay, well then, for now, let's go learn more from our friend Thomas.
Key words.
Now students, let's practice our key words. This will help you improve. And improve is our first key word. Improve. Improve. Peter wants to improve his English. He's studying very hard.
Last minute. Last minute. Jenny almost missed the bus. She caught it at the last minute.
Employee. Employee. 7 employees work in the store.
Talent. Talent. Nikki is a good singer. She has talent. Okay, let's say these one more time. Improve. Improve.
Last minute. Last minute.
Employee. Employee.
Talent. Talent. Now listen for these keywords as we review today's conversations.
Didn't you have to give some performance reviews today, too?
Yes, I gave them to both my writers. Ava's was easy. She works quickly, and she's very responsible.
That's good.
Jeremy's wasn't easy.
Why not?
Jeremy needs to improve in several ways.
Like what?
I'm not happy with the way he uses his time. He waits until the last minute to do things.
That sounds like Rita. She could use her time better, too.
And Jeremy isn't very responsible.
Why not?
He doesn't do things. Then he says I never told him about them, or he blames someone else.
He doesn't sound like a good employee.
I'm afraid he's not. I don't want to fire him. I really hope he improves.
I hope so, too. Firing someone isn't fun.
I'm glad I only have one more performance review to do.
Will you do it tomorrow?
No, I'll do it right now. Here's your performance review.
Mine? I have talent in cooking. Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
And what's this? I watch too much TV. And I don't put away my clothes. I snore.
But don't worry, honey. I'll never fire you.
Speak up.
You handle really well. You handle really well.
You handle business really well. You handle all your work really well. You handle mistakes really well. I'm not happy with the way.
I'm not happy with the way my boss answered my question. I'm not happy with the way I washed my clothes. I'm not happy with the way she asked for the day off.
Has talent in. Has talent in.
Campbell has talent in music. Julie has talent in writing. Amy has talent in acting.
Calendar phrase.
I hope so.
I hope so.
希望如此.
You're making your mother a birthday cake? She'll love it.
I hope so.
She'll think it's wonderful.
I hope so.
I'm sure she'll say that it's delicious.
I hope so.
And I'll even help you bake it.
I hope so, because I don't know how to bake. I hope so.
I hope so.
希望如此.
Do you want to practice our question of the day? I hope so. Here it is. Are you responsible? Why or why not?
I try to be responsible. I try to do my best with the work that I'm given, and I always try to get my work done on time.
Well, Campbell, I think you are very responsible. Thanks for joining us here on Let's Talk in English.
On 公视 and 广播.
And remember, learning English can be fun. Bye.
Let's talk in English.
What a day. Hi, Andrea. Sorry I'm late.
That's okay, Campbell. We all make mistakes. But I'm just going to have to write that down.
Huh? What's that?
Oh, this? It's your performance review. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk in English on PTS and the radio. My name's Andrea.
And I'm Campbell. My performance review? Andrea, what are you talking about?
Well, Campbell, you gave me a performance review, and now it's my turn to give you one.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure you have lots of good things to say, right?
Well, yes, of course I do. Let me see. You are a great teacher, Campbell, and you handle your job very well.
Thanks, Andrea.
That's not all. You also have talent in teaching and in singing.
That's nice of you to say.
And here's a good one. You'll like this one. You have talent in snoring. Snoring.
Andrea, snoring isn't a talent.
I know. I just wanted to make sure you were listening. You know, Campbell, you're a great listener, and you're a very good friend.
Hey, I like this performance review.
But there are also a few things that you need to work on.
Really? Like what?
Well, I think you should let me borrow more of your things.
Very funny, Andrea.
Really, Campbell, but don't worry. I won't fire you for that.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, great. Well, today we're going to review our week of lessons called Learning from Mistakes and Mia's Performance Reviews. So, Andrea, do you have anything else to say for my performance review?
Of course I do, Campbell. Look at this. You also need to improve
You know
telling
what? Why don't we just start our show, okay?
Oh, good idea, Campbell. You know, you have lots of good ideas.
Thanks.
Let's start our review.
Wow, Mandy. So, what did your advisor say about the article?
Well, he didn't even read the article until it came out in the paper. Then he wasn't very happy that I was so honest.
Why didn't he read it sooner?
Well, he really trusts Caitlin, the editor.
So, was your article the truth?
Yes. But the things I wrote about Trina weren't very kind.
So, what are you going to do?
Well, I guess I need to apologize to Trina.
Good idea.
Yeah, I really feel bad now about the things I wrote, even if it was the truth.
I understand. Hey, will you write the article about the play itself?
Maybe. I'll ask Caitlin.
You never know. Trina might do a good job.
True. Then maybe I could make up for what I wrote this time.
Good thinking. Sorry about that, everyone. Mandy really needed to talk.
Is she okay?
Yes, she wrote an article about someone that wasn't very nice. Now she knows that was a mistake.
Well, that sounds like a good lesson for her to learn.
We all make mistakes. I'm glad Mandy learned from hers.
Jeff, do you remember that editorial I wrote in college?
Oh, yes.
What happened?
We thought one of our professors was unfair to women students.
So I wrote an angry editorial about him for our college newspaper. Of course, now I know I should have talked to him.
Well, you learned from that mistake.
True. I learned the same lesson Mandy did.
I almost made a big mistake in college, too.
What was it?
I almost married another guy.
Instead of Greg?
That's right. I was dating Greg, but then Mitch Ellis, he was very cute, said he liked me. I wanted to date him.
But Mitch wasn't a nice guy.
No, he lied to me about a lot of things. I can't believe I trusted him.
Well, live and learn.
And you married Greg, not Mitch, so I guess you learned from that experience.
Yeah, I made a big mistake when I broke up with Greg.
Her friends kept telling her that. Liz finally realized they were right.
I learned a lot about myself from the experience. And I learned a lot about Greg, too.
Like what?
He was so quick to forgive me and give me a second chance. I could tell he really loved me.
Always. Jeff, do you have any regrets you've learned from?
Jeff doesn't make mistakes.
You're going to regret teasing me if you don't stop.
Oh, I thought of an experience you could tell about.
What?
Well, this story is kind of like Liz's.
Mia, let's not tell that story.
But it's funny.
Not really. Besides, I've put that behind me.
You used to love telling this story.
Come on, Jeff. Tell us.
Okay. A girl I really liked, Casey May, broke up with me. It took me a long time to get over her.
Why is that funny?
Because she broke up with Jeff when he was 13.
When did you get over her?
Sometime in high school?
Wrong. You were still bitter when we were in college.
Okay, I admit it. But that was a mistake. You're the only girl for me, Mia.
Greg, what about you?
Well, you know that big photo contest I entered last month?
Yes.
I regret not entering more contests like that.
Why?
He won the contest.
That's great.
I'm glad you think so, Jeff. You see, I won a trip to Brazil.
So you'll need some time off.
Right.
What a day.
So how was your performance review?
I got fired.
Mia, you didn't.
You're right, I didn't.
Don't say things like that.
I'm just teasing. Anyway, my performance review went very well.
Tell me about it.
My boss, Stan, called me into his office. Then he told me I was doing a good job.